Let me bang.
I
man.
do let you bang. Hey,
Let me bang you, man.
I let you bang. I let you bang.
Greetings, marriage and virgins.
Go for Jesus. No for gay Jesus, people.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for your favorite mixed martial arts podcast. Recording out of Los Angeles, California, it's MMA Roasted with Adam Hunter.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
And Don has somebody like pouring syrup for him. He's drinking straight syrup.
Love it.
I've
He
never
deserves
seen
it.
Welcome to the MMA Roasted Podcast.
Actually, it's motor oil.
We have Don Frye, who's drinking motor oil. Greg Wilson is coming on. McCorkle's coming on. We got the dream team. Don, congrats on your Joe Rogan appearance. I've heard nothing but great things, man. Congratulations.
You haven't heard it?
I didn't listen to it because I feel like
you piece of shit.
You didn't even mention
Because why?
You didn't even plug
why?
You didn't even plug our podcast. That was like you didn't even mention the fact you're on this podcast every week.
How do you know?
But it's okay.
How do you know?
You didn't know?
Yeah, no, how do you know?
Because nobody mentioned the fact that, like, hey, Don Frye gave a shout out. I figured somebody would say anything, and then nobody said anything. But it's okay. I still love you, man. It doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't expect to be on your podcast anymore after the Joe Rogan show. You know?
Exactly. You're on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, that's what
We were just a AAA ball you were warming up on.
We were actually.
Yeah, it wasn't I was afraid to be inspired by you. It was that I was going to go, you know?
Well, I'm happy for you. No matter what, man, I'm happy for you. How is the feedback been? How's the reaction been?
Been real good, partner. Been real good. You know, you've always got a couple of ding dongs on there that got keyboard warriors who are safe. You know.
I hate that.
You know, hiding. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, 99% has been good.
Well, you're a guy's guy, man. You're one of the legends, dude. You're like, if it was basketball, I feel like you'd be the Dr. J. You'd be the Larry Bird. You'd be one of the guys that started the sport, you know, even bigger than that. I mean, you'd be like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the NBA.
Well, see, now I know who Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Dr. J are, you know, so I know that. So.
Yeah. These are references that work.
So,
yeah, that I understand.
So I'm happy for you. Greg, how was your weekend? You were in El Paso, right?
I was in El Paso. You know, it was kind of a weird thing because I'm dealing with a family emergency also in El Paso. And so I'd be at the hospital all day, and then I'd have to go do the show. And That's always a very difficult transition. But, you know, I mean, it's part and parcel with what we do. You know, the show must go on, and you kind of separate your personal life from the show business, and you go out there and you fucking do your job. And I mean, I wound up they were great shows. They were fucking spectacular shows. But it was weird. It was a bit hollow on stage. You know, I was kind of, in some points, I felt like I was kind of just saying the words.
Yeah, when my stepmom, but the woman who raised me, when I was 3, my mom, when she was dying of cancer. It was any day, and I had to do comedy. I was doing comedy, and it was such a release. But at the same time, I would tell the crowd, I'm like, listen, my mom is passing away right now, so I really need. And they thought I was kidding. Like, they were waiting for the punchline. But
yeah,
there's always be a couple, and then the one woman was like, "That's not funny." I'm like, "No, I know it's not."
Yeah,
funny.
Exactly. Agreed. It's not funny. You're right, lady. It's not.
I'm like, but this is like therapy to us. This is one of the reasons I do it. But I hear, Don, do you ever have to have a fight while some crazy shit was going on with you at home?
Yeah, exactly that. My soon-to-be ex-wife, you know, at the time we were married, and I didn't know how bad our relationship was. But, I was in the warm-up room for a fight, and yeah, one of the guys come walking in, and he just felt the blood had left his face, and the other guys, they looked at him, and so I knew something was, what the fuck's going on? We really shouldn't. It can wait. No, it can't wait. What the fuck is going on? It needs to wait. You cut straight on the fight. No, tell me right now, or I'm gonna fucking punch you. And well, your father's in the hospital, about to die.
Oh.
So that, yeah.
And then you have to go out and fight after hearing that.
Yeah. So she picked a real good time to call and say that, But
what?
Now, did you? Wait, I was gonna say, now in that fight, did you go in there? Did you murder this guy, or were you distracted? Was it a distraction to you?
No, I knocked him out real fast, and
that's what he gets. There you go.
I should have got the fuck out of there, but they didn't have any planes leaving at the time, so I had to wait till the next day, and I should have just bought a fucking ticket, from somebody else. I just couldn't, you just don't think, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. You're just you're struggling in the moment, and you're just trying to make the right decisions, and that, hindsight's 20/20, but you do your best at the moment. You went in there, you took care of business, and that was the most important thing at that point. And that was the thing for me, the shows, I just wanted to rock it. I didn't want the shows to show it. And on my last night, on Sunday night, my last show at the end, I finally told the audience what I've been going through, and I got a big round of applause from my sister that I got on video of them all yelling, "Get well, Sarah," and everything, and screaming for her, and it was really amazing, and I was able to send that to her. So, listen, you got to work with it, man.
Did she get it?
Yeah. She got it. So, and hopefully she gets out of the hospital today, Lord willing. So, this is the life.
Yeah.
Sean, how you doing?
Doing all right, man. All this talk about relatives being alive is kind of depressing me a little bit, but, I don't know. But, hey, man, did you see?
My sister be about you. How did you do that?
I'm a master.
You selfish fucking motherfucker.
Like, at least you have a sister, Brad. But I never had a sister. But no,
back to you again.
Exactly. Back to you.
Hey, Adam, I don't know if you guys saw. Did you guys see Phil Baroni is trying to fight John Gotti's Jr.'s son? John Gotti the third, I guess.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good though. The kid's good.
Yeah, and they're talking shit. He's with John A-Light, who's a guy that was a mob rat who's killed like 50 people. So they're trying to do like a tag team MMA match, I guess, with Gotti Sr. and his son versus John A-Light, who's killed 50 people, and Baroni. Any way you look at it, I think it's a great move for Baroni to get mixed up with organized crime and dudes to go back 30 years. Like, I know about guys wanting to get a fight with Logan Paul, but you're actually challenging the Gotti family. Like, I don't know how dangerous they are anymore, but I have a feeling they probably have a few goons around them who might, you might lose either way. So.
And he lives in Long Island right now. So
that's what I'm saying.
How do you place a bet on that fight? How do you place a bet on that fight?
I'm pretty sure it's by taking money and just lighting it on fire.
Dude, my wife. Meanwhile, Greg, my wife and I got into an argument last night because she wants to adopt a kid, right? Which, I mean, which I'm not against. It's just right now we have a daughter. We have 3 cats. We have a puppy, 3 bunnies. And
a very young daughter, too. I mean, she's still a little baby. I mean,
and I'm trying. We have careers. She doesn't have enough time as it is right now. I mean, literally, dog's peeing everywhere. She's like, "We may have to return." I'm like, we're not returning the dog. The dog who hates me, by the way.
We need to return the dog.
I'm like,
we got to get a refund. This one's broken. It keeps leaking.
We're not going to return. She would never really return the dog, but I'm like. Meanwhile, the dog hates me the most, and I'm like, no, he's not going anywhere, right? And he's the one that hates me. So my wife makes an appointment to it's a long process to start to look into kids, and I'm just like, Bree, we don't have time, and then her mom is with us, and so then her mom's religious. And I was like, well, what's the name of the
As he looks around, and she's not listening, is she? She's not around.
Adam completely forgets she can listen to this later. But I think Adam, anytime you get a chance to add like a future possible serial killer to your family, I think it's a good move.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
well, I don't know if it's a super sick. It's just adopted kids. A lot of times it's hard. It's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of stuff that comes along with it. And I'm all for making someone's life better, but it's just a lot. You have to really commit. So then
Adam, call me after the show. Call me after the show.
Okay.
I think he's got an adoption opportunity for you.
So
how'd you like
Vietnamese girl? Yeah.
I was gonna say, how'd you like to adopt a legend in MMA?
What were you saying, Greg? What were you saying, Don? You said your ex did that and it was a big disaster. Is that what you said? That's where we left off.
She got away with it. She got away with it. She was hiding money, and I found some deposit slips, and I showed my attorney. And she said, well, she could do that. I said, what do you mean she could do that? Half the money is hers. And I said, well, I didn't get my half, God damn it. You know? Well, you should have. That's your fault. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said your ex adopted a kid. Did your ex adopt a kid? Did that happen too?
No, she stole a bunch of money. I told you to start hiding money because you're heading for a divorce.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the.
And then Adam, and you missed it because
welcome to Marriage Advice with Don Frye.
Don said that women are like the Chinese planning 10,000 years ahead and men are just thinking about lunch. And then I said, yeah, I mean, we're playing checkers. And then Greg said, yeah, and they're playing Chinese checkers.
No, I did not say that.
That's what
you did too.
It sounds like the best podcast ever.
That's the way I remember happening.
You really missed some pretty good stuff while you were gone.
By the way, did you guys see what happened with Joe Schilling over the weekend?
No, that was amazing.
All right,
loved it.
So I got to get your opinion on this. All right, so I'm just going to share the screen. So Joe Schilling, it's all over TMZ now. So Joe Schilling was at a bar, Joe Schilling was at a bar, and some guy was like talking shit to him. This is what he said happened, right? So this is what I wonder if I could. How do I share the screen? I'll share the screen right here. Okay, so here we go. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here we go. Joe Schilling is, by the way, if you don't know Don Frye, he's one of the best fighters in kickboxing. He won a bunch of glory tournaments. MMA career was like 4 and 6, but kickboxing, he's like one of the best. So here's some guy at a bar, being a complete jerk off. But I mean, just. All right. So,
boy, that didn't take much at all. Listen to Don.
So this is what all right. So this is what Joe Schilling said happened, right? So how do I get rid of this?
Sharing the screen or pick another,
All right, so I go to new share, pause share, right? How do I get rid of this? Is this
We're gonna go to new. Well, first I think you got to pause it. You got to look the other thing up and then reshare.
Well, no. So no, I have. I'll actually write it down, right? So do I go to? But how do I get rid of the stop sharing? Okay.
There you go.
All right. So here's what Joe Schilling says happened, right? So he says. A lot of people are like torn on this. He says, me and this idiot bumps into him and screams out, me and broke ass. Okay, so this guy tried to fake out the wrong mofo. Okay, so I walk by this idiot bumps into him and it screams out, me and this broke ass N-words don't get along. The busboy was seriously offended, doesn't want to lose his job. As the night goes on, this clown starts looking at me and rapping whatever song is being played while making eye contact with me. I'm like, what's wrong with this idiot? I go outside to smoke, and as I'm walking back, he bumps into me. I put my hand out to catch him, immediately says, I'm sorry. You can see me nod my head like, cool. Then he realizes it's the guy who's been rapping all night long. He yells, hey, turn around. He flexes on me. Bad decisions are made every day. I went back and sat down to finish my drink, pay my 2 servers, the busboy, everyone thanked me. Fuck that guy. So, I mean, that's not really how it looked. A lot of people are saying Joe Schilling instigated that. He went behind him. He kind of bumped him, came back. The guy was drunk. He's twice as big. I texted Joe Schilling. I go, listen, man, I don't want to see you go to jail or like kill somebody. And he goes, and Joe Schilling wrote back, he's alive. So, you know, I kind of respect the outlawedness of him, but at the same time, that was a drunk guy. You're a trained fighter. You're one of the best in the world. Was that really needed? Because he could kill somebody like that. And Frye, what are your thoughts on that?
You know, knocking out a drunk guy, there's no fucking it's like masturbating, you know. there's one end to it, and it's not a fun way to get there, you know. There's nothing to brag. There's no bragging to it, you know.
Right. He's just well, it didn't take much. I mean, that guy didn't even get his hand. I mean, It looks like it was just whap, and that was it. So
I don't know about you guys, but I always brag when I jerk off. But no, I think a little bit of the story got lost. I guess the guy kept saying the N-word and things like Greg earlier, like the Chinese checker thing. He kept saying it to a black. He kept saying it to a black busboy, like saying nigga to a black busboy. And I guess Joe was kind of like, "Come on, man," you know, like because the busboy don't want to get fired. Then he bumps in. He did. If you watch the video, we couldn't really see on here; it was a little grainy. But the guy did pull back like he was going to hit Joe. Like if you watch, his shoulder pulls back like like he's going to hit him.
That's what he meant by flex, I guess. He flexed on him, and you're right. You know what? You don't pull out a gun unless you intend to fire it. He pulled it out on the wrong guy and just got smacked. I mean,
Joe said he was scared to his life.
But no, you know what? Here's the thing: it's an instantaneous reflex. You know, for a fighter,
right?
If you see somebody drop back, boom. You know, you don't even think about it, man. You just it's God damn it, just boom, you know?
Right. It's at that point it's instinct. You've trained so many times and seen that motion so many times, you know, you know, like you're gonna go. And you don't do that on someone who's trained a million times to respond to it.
But Joe Schilling, I mean, look, he's also, you know, a guy's a hardworking guy. Now he's gonna get sued. He might get sued. He's probably gonna lose. He might go to jail for 2 years. I mean,
probably gonna get lung cancer.
Is it all worth it for knocking this guy out? I mean, is it worth it?
It is in the moment.
None of it's worth it.
I told you about when I beat that guy up outside a nightclub, right, Adam?
Yeah, where you kind of threw the guy in his head, right?
Yeah, like I did a judo toss that Carl Parisian taught me, and it turns out when a guy's not trained and only 180 pounds, they go way further than a guy you're fighting. But yeah, judo throw. He turned upside down. It was like something out of the A-Team, the old '80s show when BA would throw people. He went 15 feet through the air, slammed into a van that was parked, split his head open, got kicked in the head. Like it was really bad. And then I took off.
So then Joe wrote. So then Joe tweeted out a screenshot from the guy's ex-girlfriend that says, "The guy you knocked out is my ex. He used to physically abuse me on a regular basis. Thank you for sticking up for that busboy and for the closure you just gave me. I've been waiting 8 years for karma to hit him straight in the face."
Like signed
literally.
Joe Schilling. I mean that guy's ex.
See, exactly. Sign Joe Schilling's ghost account.
And then Joe writes, "Doing the Lord's work." That was he wrote. So I mean, all right.
Well, at least your mother-in-law would like that.
Yeah, right. Now that's true. It was just like, so,
you don't get away with shit on this show. I'll tell you.
You know. So, all right. Did you guys watch the UFC fights over the weekend?
Most of the main card.
No.
All right. Great. Well, so, by the way, that guy that he knocked out is fighting MVP next, by the way. And then fucking by the way, Jake Shields wrote, "Dylan Danis called out that guy who got knocked out."
Yeah.
So, all right, Cyril Gane, by the way, he's a heavyweight who won. Don, are we looking at your cock right now? What is going on?
I was gonna say we're getting a real good shot of Don's cock right there. That's nice. There you go. Yeah, baby. Oh, there's some brown sugar on that oatmeal. Yeah.
I think Don got excited seeing the fucking bar fight. So Cyril Gane is a guy who
Cyril gone.
we're gone. So Don, he's a UFC heavyweight. He's undefeated. He's a little frustrated because he's a really good kickboxer, but almost like a point fighter where he beats you but doesn't necessarily like knock you out. Well, he did a couple guys, but his last 2 fights, he fucked up. What's his name last week? But didn't look amazing doing it. Like he won the fight. He won every single round, but it wasn't like a guy that you get really excited to watch, especially for a heavyweight. He beat what's his name? Kovlov. He beat. What was the name of the guy he beat? Greg?
Volkov, right?
Yeah, Volkov.
Well, Volkov
now,
this weekend. I thought you were talking about the other one.
Yeah, Volkov. Well, now he's fighting for the interim UFC title because I guess they can't get Ngannou to fight in August. They want a UFC fight, so he's fighting the Black Beast. That was announced yesterday. In which Dana.
Wait, that guy's only 3-0 or 4-0, right?
5-0. I think he's 5-0.
I think he's 3-0 in the UFC. I think he's like 8-0. I think in MMA. So he's fighting the Black Beast, and now people are angry about it because they want Ngannou or John Jones to fight. And now Dana White is fighting with Ngannou's manager because he said basically we tried to make the fight happen, and then Ngannou's manager said no, you didn't. I'll post all the screenshots and receipts. You can't believe. And the guy's with CAA, and Dana's like, Ngannou should get a better guy representing him. So now that's a separate fight that's going on Instagram. I don't know. I mean,
that explains why Ngannou was in that movie. And my agency never got me in a fucking movie in 15 years of fighting.
All right. This all goes back
I
to
had as agents are garbage.
Don Frye, you were in like 10 movies, by the way. That's bullshit. You were in a lot of movies.
Yeah, but I got all that by myself. All by myself, It had nothing to do with those idiots that were representing me.
What about the Priceline commercials?
The what?
The ones with William Shatner.
Priceline?
Yeah.
Yeah, I auditioned for that.
Yeah,
that was auditioned for. Yeah.
They
might have got. No, you know what? I had a real good agent, commercial agent, completely different than those movie agents. And the commercial agent was fantastic.
Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not. This is about Gone versus the Black Beast. But I hear you. You should. But if it was up to me, you'd be in every movie. You'd be in.
I think it's just a shame that Affleck has a duck and not a bullfrog, because I think there's only one place to go for a bullfrog's voice at this point in life. But
it wouldn't say Affleck.
He just McCorkle this whole conversation.
If Don Frye was the bullfrog, he would just yell out like "pussy" and like "you suck," and like "fuck you, fucking liberal, fucking
exactly.
snowflake,
make America great again."
Like, what does this have to do with car insurance?
Pussies. No real men left.
My ex-wife.
McCorkle punches people. McCorkle punches people when they're not looking.
All right, so now, I mean, what do you think about this fight, by the way, for the interim title shot, heavyweight title, McCorkle?
I think it's funny that I think Ngannou fought 2-3 months ago, and it's already in it. He wouldn't want to fight right away. So you lost your title, interim now. It's how long is the you hold the belt? It's just I think Dana gets a bad rap on a lot of stuff, man. I think the Fertittas, hopefully I won't disappear with Phil Baroni, but I think the Fertittas were the ones that played hardball a lot back in the day with Fighter Pay and with Connor on UFC 200. And I think the new people that own the UFC are even worse than them. Seems like if you don't do exactly what they want, okay, we'll just ruin your career then,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think Gone beats
the Hollywood way.
I think Gone beats the Black Beast. I feel like the Black Beast has one way of beating you, which is to make sure that you make one mistake and then knock you out. But I feel like Gone is too smart for that. He's not going to shoot him for a takedown, number one. He's just going to outpoint him and stay away. I mean, that's how I see that fight going. Greg?
Now, first of all, you thought Volkov was going to win this fight, and everybody else said he wasn't. And then I think for Cyril, I think he's about to step into the level where he loses. I think he's about to face the guys that could actually beat him. He's been facing guys that he matched up well against. He had more skill, better athleticism. But now he's coming up against the guys that are actually going to beat him. And I think it starts with the Black Beast.
But the Black Beast, has he ever won a round where he didn't just catch you? I feel like he's losing every fight.
But that's all he's got to do, and he will do. He is going to catch you.
You think so?
Yeah, and Cyril Gahn can get caught. And Volkov just couldn't do it. Volkov. I don't know. That was a weird, scare. I won't say scared, but the way Volkov fought that fight was very defensive, and I thought it was dumb.
Frye, what do you think?
Hell, I'm just trying to figure out how soon I'd get in shape so I'd get my shot at the interim title.
Now, Don, a prime Don Frye versus a prime Ngannou, who wins?
Oh, Don Frye, because Don Frye can fight 3 times in one night. Ngannou can't fight 3 times in 1 year. So shit.
Wilson can't even masturbate 3 times in one night. What do you?
Yeah.
But if you do, I bet you're proud of it.
Don, I think you got a point, man.
I only fight 3 times, but I win 3 times.
And you have way more weapons than Ngannou. Ngannou may have more power than you, but you have better wrestling.
Wait a second, buddy. Wait a second. Now you're talking black power versus white power.
Oh, no, we're not. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Nobody said anything about black power.
That's not what we're saying, Don, I promise.
Yeah. Now we got the brown power. We got the brown power causing problems, instigating shit.
McCorkle, prime Don Frye versus prime Ngannou, who wins?
I got to say Don Frye just by pure balls. But, yeah, I think he hangs in there and takes everything and who's gotten more. I don't think, Don, you never got knocked out, right?
By Jerome LeBanner.
Well, that doesn't really count.
But
I can't wrestle. But
I was already stoned. On the way in there.
Well,
yeah, I don't think I've ever even seen Don rocked.
Well, no, I did. Gary Goodrich the 3rd time, right?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah, for reminding me of that. Yeah, I had almost forgotten that.
Forget about it.
Hey, Ngannou couldn't have taken Tank Abbott's. Tank Abbott got me when Tank was Tank. And I walked through that.
Now, Don, Tito Ortiz, Tank Abbott has a video saying that he used to train Tito Ortiz back in the day, and Tito Ortiz stole a check from him for $500, and then cashed it. And also, he would wait for Tank Abbott to go work as a bouncer, break into his house, and steal his liquor. Do you think that really happened?
Well, how many times did he break in the house to steal his liquor?
He didn't say. He just said it happened, though.
Well, then he needs to get better locks, obviously, I mean, if that's all that was stolen, he's lucky.
I was going to say, maybe he needs to get better stuff if he's only stealing liquor.
Yeah. He doesn't have any furniture, Nothing to sleep on. No electronics to steal.
Do you think he drank it and then repoured it at some of those places? He put water in it to look like it wasn't. I mean, it's just fucking crazy.
Like you do before a party.
Of course.
Invite people over your house for a party.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. So OSP versus Tanner Boser. I actually wrote a joke. OSP stands for 1 strike per round. That's what he throws. Then I felt bad when he lost. Maybe I should delete that joke. OSP is the most frustrating fighter. He's the most frustrating fighter of all time because you don't know which fighter is going to show up. He's either a world beater or he doesn't throw a punch. It's the fucking if I was his coach, I'd jump off a cliff because that's got to be the worst guy to coach. You don't know which one's going to show up. And he did not show up to win this fight. He made Tanner Boser look like fucking prime John Jones.
I think this guy just is like a man without a weight class. It's like he tries to get down to 205 and he's too light. He doesn't have the energy. Then he goes up to heavyweight to 265. He's only 235, and the other guy he's not even close to being at the top of that round. He gets beat up by Tanner Boser, who's 245. I just don't think there's. And to be honest, let's be honest, he didn't look very interested in the fight.
No,
he doesn't look motivated at all. I think he should just go find something else to do.
Was there ever a fight, Sean, that you had that you didn't want to be there?
Yeah, every one of them. Right before the fight started, I think I didn't want to do this, man. It's crazy. But no, they were probably my last one, which I suggest no one look up, so I won't give you any clues on how to get it. But I got beat up by a guy beat in 30 seconds at Bellator. But like I did not. My back was hurting, man. I was going through withdrawals because I didn't want to take any pain pills before and be sick. It was terrible. But I did not want to be there, and I couldn't wait for it to be over. And that's when I knew I needed to never fight again. When you don't want to be in there and thinking like, I wish this dude would just submit me so I could be done with, that's your at least one fight past what you need to be doing,
You don't understand, Greg. He had a fight coming up in a week, right? Greg, are you doing your homework right now? What's going on?
I'm sorry. You know what? We're heading out of town tomorrow, and there's all these last minute details happening at the same time. Sorry about that. I'm here.
Greg's got to take his GED before he goes.
I got to, really quickly. Let me just, sorry. It was a thing. Dude, traveling to Hawaii right now is so complicated. And the thing is, all these restrictions, they stop on July 8th. Guess what day we return? July 7th.
Is it a vacation? Or?
It is. I am doing a show, but it's mostly a vacation.
Let me know if you need to get what part of Hawaii?
Maui.
Let me know. I can hook you up with some more shows.
In Maui?
Yeah.
We'll discuss. Yeah, absolutely. I'll reach out to
you.
Tell Tulsi Gabbard I said hi. And send me some more photos.
Dude, listen, I absolutely will. If I see any excuse to talk to Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, dude, I had shows. This guy hit me up with like a week full of shows there, but a lot of them were at gay bars. So like my photo was all over gay bars.
Wait a minute, is this what you're trying to get? It's like, hey Greg, we got some good gay bars for you. What kind of vacation? What kind of vacation? I'm not taking a vacation from my wife.
Dude, they're the nicest crowds.
I'm sure they are. Listen, I love the ABCDFQ BGQ community.
If you do the gay bar, say hi to Dominic Cruz or Bruce Buffer if you see them there for me.
I'm just gonna. That's a McCorkle classic right there. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Dude, so
wait, what about Brendan Straub?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. Exactly.
He's the DJ.
So McCorkle has a fight in McCorkle comes to LA. He has a fight in 3 days in Florida, right? I'm like, please do not fight. He can't walk from the car to the diner. He can't. He has to use me to walk, right? Ooh. He goes, hey, I need you to help me. Let's go to a dispensary. I'm like, okay. This is back when you had to have a license. He gives me $1,000 to buy fucking stuff for his back. I'm like, $1,000 worth of edibles. And then I'm like, how are you going to fucking fight? Like, you're out of your fucking mind. I never saw a guy that couldn't walk before. It was crazy.
Turns out I couldn't fight either, so it worked out. But, yeah, I got my ass kicked, man. It was terrible. It was embarrassing. I only took the fight because Roy Jones Jr. himself personally asked me, like one of my childhood heroes. It was his promotion. Like, we'd love to have you on the show. I said, oh, man, I got a real bad back. He goes, we can pick your opponent. And I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know. And I was managing fighters. He goes, I put 3 or 4 of your fighters on this card too, and pay for it. I was like, oh, God, okay. So I went ahead and did it. It was a terrible idea. It was terrible.
So Andre Philly looked amazing in his fight. I felt so bad because he poked the guy in the eye. So it was a no contest. So he got half his money.
Oh, yeah, man. Especially because he was whooping that dude's ass.
Yeah. And then there's a guy named Kennedy Ngannou or something. He's a guy from Africa, from Cameroon. This dude just gets his ass kicked for the first 2 rounds every fight and wins in the third. Like, he just gets the shit beaten out of him for 2 rounds and then lands a punch. Don, I don't know what strategy this is. It's a crazy strategy. But it's working for him. I'll tell you who.
Wait a minute.
It's the married man strategy. The husband strategy.
Seems like a lot of guys named Kennedy take shots to the head.
Oh, man. Okay. That's another McCorkle classic.
I felt bad for Justin James because he fought Charles Rosa and he was getting paid $25,000 for the fight. He bet the whole 25 on himself and then lost.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? This is a great anecdote for when someone goes, listen, when you bet on yourself, you always win.
Not always.
Keep your thumb out of their eyes, dumbass.
I mean, he said he would do it again too. Fuck it. I mean, he did it, and then
he needs to learn. He needs to learn how to make a fist first.
No, not him. It was a different guy. The guy Justin James. He's the guy that lost. He put $25,000 on himself and then lost.
What about that guy Barcelos, man? He almost finished that guy Valiev in the second, and then he didn't, and then he lost the fucking fight. He had that guy out. And that was one of those ones where it's like, versus the stoppage you had before, you were like, they let that one go on a long time after what most guys probably would have stopped the fight.
Yeah, and this guy Shakvat is going to be a problem. He's undefeated from Kazakhstan. He ran through Michael. The problem is people ask me, you think there's ever going to be another like GSP or Anderson Silva? And my thing is yes, but the issue is a lot of these guys are from Kazakhstan or Chechnya or Dagestan, and they don't sell tickets. They don't have followers. People don't get really behind them until they're at Khabib's level where they're 22-0. But a lot of these guys get buried. So yes, but it's going to take them a lot longer than it would against someone else, because when you grow up in one of these, I mean, Don, you fought over in Russia, right?
No, I've been there, but I haven't fought there. No. But the thing is, it's the promoter's responsibility to get these guys over.
Yeah.
And if they're not going to take the time to promote these guys to the audience, to the people, they're going to lose money. Fuck, I mean, they're Hollywood. They're Hollywood. They should know how to promote, an idiot, a lump of shit, and turn it into something good.
I don't know
why the conversation always goes back to Brendan Schaub with you guys.
There it is. Yeah.
But Don, how do you promote a guy? But Don, how do you promote a guy who's 8-0 from Kazakhstan that has no social media, doesn't speak English? How do you get people excited about him?
You know what? That's not my area of expertise. That's Hollywood. Let them do it.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you may make a good sizzle reel. You buy one of these companies to promote it and set, put up, run up their numbers and shit. Just like they do with anybody else they're trying to make happen.
Who owns it? CAA?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, I thought William Morris Endeavor owned it.
Yeah,
actually.
WME Endeavor.
And WME owns it.
Endeavor. Yeah. Right. So
I think I self-promoted myself basically into the UFC. I don't know if many people know that. It wasn't my stellar fighting. But I basically talked my way into it by having a big internet presence and, just talking shit to people all the time and challenging people like Josh Barnett to a gym challenge for $100,000, and he wouldn't take it because he didn't know if I could beat him or not. He would have killed me. But as far as everyone knew, he backed down for me because he wouldn't take my $100,000, offer. But I think it is, Don's right. I think it's pretty ridiculous that it's on you to promote yourself. Like, what is the promotion doing besides setting up a cage at this point? You know what I mean? Like, think of how big of stars Nate and Nick Diaz could be if they would push them at all like they do Conor. Or if they would do, they've got a following they got only on them by themselves. No one's helping them, and that's something they both always complained about, man. Like, that no one's, like Nick Diaz always said, can I even get a decent picture of me put up on TV? Like, I got pictures from 1999 that you're using of me, like it's, I don't know, man. It's the fight game they really do. It's kind of like, what is the UFC doing? Like, aren't you the promoter? Like, by definition, shouldn't you be building stars? So
no, it is. It's just funny though. It's hard because like Colby Covington's a prime example of a guy that came on the podcast, and I was like, yo, everyone's got to know who you are. You're so good. And he was like, I just want to fight whoever the best guys. And all of a sudden, he just ran. He got into TNA wrestling, and he learned the importance of a gimmick. And then he was like, fuck it, I'm going to run with it,
Right, how to shoot a promo. He learned how to shoot a promo,
I mean, back in the day, Don, your promos with Ken Shamrock were fucking epic. I remember, like, you showed up to a press conference wearing, like, a Hawaiian shirt and like eating pizza and just smoking a cigar. And it was like, you were like everyone's uncle showing up to a fucking press conference. It was and Kenneth Shamrock was all fucking angry and serious and like, and you were just like that fucking goofy uncle that could fuck you up. But it was hilarious. I mean,
I wonder where Don got that Hawaiian shirt. I wonder if it could have been a gay bar in Maui.
Hey.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Fine, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know,
I love you. Like, hey! I can't remember where I got that.
Don, where was that shot, by the way?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know, but I threw a glass of water in Ken's face, and boy, he fucking blew, man. He picked me up, slammed me down on a table. You know, everybody scattered, man. Jeez.
Wait, so Ken picked you up on a table, and then what did you do?
I just laughed. I just covered up, you know, but because right then and there, I knew how strong he was, you know. It helped me because we had never touched before, and he grabbed me, boom, and that way, you know, if you can find out how strong the guy is before you fight him, it's a good tactic, you know. And I also knew that he couldn't control his temper.
So, okay, hold on. So Ken Shamrock picks you up through a table. Obviously, you're like, this guy's strong as shit. How does that help you train?
You just, well, you know not to let him grab you. You know?
Don was like, last time a guy tried to pick me up wearing this Hawaiian shirt, I was at that bar in Maui.
By the way, Mayhem, by the way, had his first coaching job last week. He was actually live streaming a fight where his guy got knocked out, punched in the face, and you could tell, and then he put it on his own face going, oh shit. And you could tell he was like impressed by the punch, but sad that it was his guy. There was all kinds of emotion going through it. But I called him and he's like really fired up now. He's actually really fired up. He was actually fired up about the whole thing. I showed him the whole thing with Joe Schilling. I told him he should train the guy that got beat up and bring back Bully Beatdown and like train that guy to fight Joe.
Yeah. I'm sure that fight will turn out differently the second time. It'd be much different.
So PFL on Thursday, Cindy Dandois, who by the way is a Belgium school teacher who also has an OnlyFans account, does some crazy lesbian stuff on OnlyFans, some hot stuff. She has 6 kids. I think 5 different guys. She fought Kayla Harrison, who was a 2-time gold medalist Olympian judoka. We could probably see. We probably know how that went down. 1 round. It wasn't really competitive. Cindy put up a little bit of a fight, but I don't know who's going to beat Kayla Harrison. I mean, at 155, she's just murdering people. She's just too good. She's too strong. She's too good. She's going to win $1 million again. I don't see.
Well, how much do you weigh?
I wouldn't go near this. I weigh like 185. She'd fucking wreck me, dude. I mean, her.
Oh, you pussy.
I think she would wreck you at this point.
I mean, are you feeling, Sean McCorkle? Are you relating to your womanhood now? You know.
I was just thinking, like the girl you're talking about that she fought. Like you said, she's a lesbian. She doesn't sound like a very good fighter, but she sounds like an even worse lesbian if she has 6 kids with 5 men.
No, she's not a lesbian.
She's not doing that right, whatever she's doing.
She's not a lesbian, but she does like.
Yeah, but that's the fighting spirit. When you're willing to go through that many men and kids to find out, listen, that's the fighting spirit.
She has a big crush on Anthony Johnson. That's what she wants.
She should do a Modelo commercial. She went through 6 dudes and had 5 chicks before she realized she was a lesbian. That's the fighting spirit of Modelo.
Like it only took Adam 1 gig at a gay bar in Hawaii to find out it wasn't for him.
Anthony Pettis lost.
Pass it on the grade.
So Anthony Pettis is not making.
I know. He's like, Greg, I got more gigs for you. You're gonna stop. I got a great gig for you. It's at this bar called the White Swallow. It's a great bar. You're gonna love it.
Here's some knee pads.
It's actually kneel down comedy. It's not stand up. So anyway,
and yet Dominic Cruz can stand straight up when he's sucking dick. It's weird.
Dominic Cruz has been with some of the hottest women I've ever seen.
Yeah. So is Mick Jagger.
Oh, Mick Jagger had the greatest pussy on earth. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Pretty sure he's gay though, right?
No, I mean, I think he probably had something.
David Bowie.
Yeah, I mean, listen, sometimes. Sometimes, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I was actually David Bowie's stand-in on Zoolander, and he was the nicest guy ever. We talked about
game thing.
Because Alice, he loved Alice Cooper. My dad told me he used to go to my dad managed Alice Cooper. He used to watch Alice Cooper all the time. We were having a great conversation, and then they then the AD came over and said, "Can you not talk to David Bowie because Ben Stiller was getting jealous because he was a director."
That's awesome.
I was taking away Ben Stiller's time with David Bowie.
So you were Ben Stiller's fluffer or David Bowie's? Which one?
I don't know. I was making him jealous that he didn't get enough time with David Bowie.
No, I mean, you're rolling the movie. You were a stunt double for who?
For David Bowie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. He was the nicest guy.
Was that while he was in bed with Mick Jagger?
Yes. I was actually,
That's how Adam prepared for the role. He blew 9 guys in Maui. That's how he got ready.
And Jagger still couldn't get any Jagger couldn't get any satisfaction afterwards. All right, so here we go. So Anthony Pettis, they gave him $1 million allegedly to join the PFL. He doesn't make the playoffs. Allegedly, they gave Verdum $1 million to join the PFL. He doesn't make the playoffs. I mean, I can't think of a worse business model. You're supposed to pay people after they win the tournament.
I was going to say, this is exactly why you don't pay hookers before anything happens. You get a lousy performance. They already got paid.
Like, what the fuck? So, and also Lance Palmer didn't make it. Lance Palmer won it last year and the year before. He's up $2 million, so he's doing all right. But he didn't make the playoffs. Bellator had a secret fight last Friday. I don't know if you guys heard about it.
You mean like all their fights?
Yeah, exactly.
Tim Johnson lost, but had to this guy Moldavsky. But Tim Johnson is one of those guys, Don. He's out of the Don Frye camp. He's an Army veteran. He was actually working in Minnesota at the National Guard during all the riots in Minnesota. And he was a strip club bouncer, an Uber driver. He's Ngannou's training partner. And he lost to this guy at a 5-round fight. But it was one of those fights where he just kept saying, like, come on, hit me. And he got hit more than he hit the other guy. But he's a tough fucking
That's not very smart. That's the bad fight plan.
I just find it amazing that Adam insinuated there were riots in Minnesota. Those were peaceful protests from everything I've seen online. So.
Yeah, you're gonna be canceled, Adam. You're gonna be canceled.
Of course. Liz Carmouche. Liz Carmouche fought this undefeated Asian girl, Kana Wanatabi, and just beat the living shit out of her. Another veteran. Liz Carmouche looked amazing. This girl was undefeated. And now they're doing a thing where who should Fedor fight next? Bellator wants the fans to decide who Fedor should fight.
That's great. That's great. That your fucking promotion is so bad you can't even promote the greatest heavyweight fighter in the world. So you can ask the fucking fans.
They need fans to be the matchmaker. We don't know who to put this guy in. You got whatever you guys want.
Yeah, I'll tell you who he's got to fight. Father Time.
He's fighting in Russia. They want someone to fight him in Russia. Jake Hager, who goes by Jack Swagger in the WWE, he wants to fight him. So I don't know if that's going to be the fight. Did you guys watch the bare knuckle boxing event? There was too many fights that went on, but the bare knuckle boxing event, I'm a fan. It's $6 a month on the bare knuckle boxing app for all the events.
It's awesome. It's $6 a month or $99 a year. I was like, it seems to me like I'll just go month to month since it's cheaper than signing up for a year. They need to get somebody to do their math over there, man.
But this is the best $6 I've ever spent. Dude, so Hector Lombard fought Joe Riggs, right? For the championship. Yeah. I guess they just give out titles. Like, it was only the second fight, but he was for the championship, the bare knuckle. Right. So Hector comes out. I guess he wasn't feeling that well. He told me afterwards. And he doesn't throw straight punches. He's just fucking winging crazy, right? And he won the first 2 rounds. Then he got caught maybe in the third. The fourth, he got caught pretty hard by Joe Riggs. He grabbed Joe Riggs' shorts for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But while he grabbed his shorts, maybe he thought it was a gi, he hit him with an overhand, with like a looping left. And it would have been illegal. It was a legal shot. But because it's like wrapped, but the knuckles aren't, it grazed him. But the knuckle did hit his eye, but it wasn't like it went in his eye. But the ref was kind of yelling at him to not grab the shorts beforehand. So there was like confusion, but they stopped the fight. Riggs thought he got hit in the eye, but I think it was illegal. You see the punch, Sean?
Yeah, man. I like Joe Riggs, man. I don't have anything against the guy, but when you see a guy saying, wait, if I can't see, do I win? Like you see him like talking to the people or whatever. If I can't continue, do I win? They're like, well, it'd probably be the scorecard. Okay, I can't see then. And then they're like, oh, no, you'll lose. Okay, no, I can fight. I can see. Whatever. Like I don't know. I don't doubt his eye got scratched a little bit, but it wasn't a thumb or finger that got it, man. Like it was maybe a knuckle scratched it. I don't know. It looked clean, like a clean shot to me. And the thing was, so then afterwards, this was the funniest. So this guy walks in the cage, right? This guy who I guess is like undefeated in bare knuckle boxing, or he's won 5 in a row. His name is Antoine. His name is, what's his name? Did you see what happened? I thought it was like
Lorenzo
is it Hunt or something, or
right? Yeah, his name is Lorenzo Hunt, right? So you got it, Greg. You got to see this. I'm gonna put this up, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at some of it now.
So I have it. This was hold on. This was one of the craziest things because Hector Lombard is not a guy that really gets like, light sparring or like, kind of guy where you could go like walk into the cage and like threaten him. He's just not that guy. So hold on. So I'm going to put this up right here.
No, he's who you turn to for nice, calm political debate.
Right. I was going to say, I think the Lorenzo and Hunt guy came in and said something about Trump from the reaction.
So here's what happened. Hold on. So tell me what you think, Don Frye. All right. So here's what happened. So
Lorenzo Hunt in the ring. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
So,
I didn't see it.
Lorenzo Hunt in the ring.
That damn
I got him a little sucker punch.
Was it a sucker punch? I mean, the guy got in his face.
I think he's been training with Joe Schilling, looks like to me. Explained it.
Call that, good one.
Meanwhile, Joe Riggs was the guy he just fought, and it was the guy that was like held him back. Like the guy he just fought was like, "Yo, don't beat him up." I mean, Don, what do you think?
Run it again.
What? Run it again?
Run it again, will you?
All right, hold on. All right, so I'll run it again.
And go full screen with it so we can really see it.
All right. Okay. So, I mean, this bare knuckle thing it's just like the golden age of bare knuckle boxing because I don't know who's running it, but they're just letting crazy shit go down. All right. So here we go. Boom. All right.
Lorenzo Hunt in the ring. Oh, Jesus.
Can you guys see?
No, you got to share the screen.
No.
All right. Hold on.
I saw you.
The audio was amazing, though.
Oh, hold on. So,
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I imagined it being awesome when I picture it in my mind.
all right. Share.
Like watching a fight on radio.
What? All right. Hold on. Now, all right.
Yeah, exactly. Like Joe Lewis putting up a hell of
Right
a
here.
oh my, look at his got a gun.
Lorenzo Hunt in the ring. Oh, Jesus.
It's a little choppy on the video, but there's a
Lorenzo Hunt in the
comment
There we
on
go.
yours, Adam. It was,
I
I love how the
he
Lorenzo
just
Hunt
sucker
guy was
punches
like,
him.
"Hey, come on, man! Like, stop!" Like, real calmly.
Well, it's supposed to be like a sort of face-off. It's a hype moment. It's supposed to hype the future fight. It's not. I mean,
Well, I think they did that. I think they accomplished that.
Yeah, well,
Maybe not in the best way.
no, you're right. We're talking about it, so maybe you're right. It worked.
I mean,
The average person doesn't understand. Guys like, man, like, it used to crack me up because I would smack somebody quick if need be. Like, Adam, you saw when the guy disrespected that kid when I was with you or whatever. Like, if you fight every day, you don't get nervous about punching somebody in the face for disrespecting you. You know, it ain't like you're sitting there thinking, oh, what if someone calls the cops? Like, you get real, I guess, desensitized to violence, you know?
yeah.
It's instinctual.
Yeah.
It's just reflex and instinct, man. You don't even think about it. It happens. Boom.
Yeah, that's the way I am with marijuana.
Yeah.
I don't even think about it. I don't even know I had weed on me. So,
But I mean, Hector Lombard is also like not the guy. I mean, he's just
Right.
like he just doesn't really get. I mean, he's like a guy. I feel like there are certain people that were just born in the wrong century. You know,
Yeah.
like he should have been like a caveman. Don, you're kind of in that category of a guy that just you guys would have thrived. Like
You're making a racist comment again. Right?
no, but like as like a Viking. I feel like if we were back in the Viking days,
because the guy's black, you're saying he can't read.
No,
way to
I
go.
Oh my God! No.
I didn't say any of that. I said that like you guys would thrive as like Vikings.
No, dude, I believe wholeheartedly 1,000 years ago, Don Frye would be, if not president, at least a governor. Like the guy's like, you know what I mean? Like, really, man, that's what people respected. That's what I told Don one day or something. Told him I respect the hell out of him that he won't change. Like, I think it's awesome that Don ain't changing with the times. Like, he is.
Yeah,
who he is.
you'd be like king of a city.
All right,
Yeah, easily.
With walls, there'd be walls, everything, and they'd be like, "Oh, you don't want to face the king," and there'd be Don.
So also Pearl Gonzalez, by the way, who Pearl Gonzalez is the girl that used to be a gang member in Chicago. Super hot, really hot girl, by the way. And then she was joined the UFC. They almost didn't let her fight the first time because she had implants in like New York. They thought her implants were going to pop when she fought Tatiana Suarez, I believe. And then they let her fight. She then was in Invicta. She lost a couple fights, won a couple fights. Good fighter. She's doing bare knuckle boxing. She has an OnlyFans account, which is like I don't join it. People send me pictures, and she gives the fans what they want.
Of course, yeah.
If you're a fan of OnlyFans, this is the girl. So this is her walkout during bare knuckle boxing. I fully support this. Hold on, I'll show you. Here we go. Here's the screen.
There you go, full screen. There we go.
So this is what she came out. This is what bare knuckle boxing. So tell me what you guys think.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Oh my!
It's time for the percolator.
So she has her own ring girl.
Apparently, it's time for the percolator. I didn't know that.
I'll be honest, guys. I'm percolating.
You know, it's weird. You said Pearl.
I'm about to percolate in my pants. Look at this. Look at this. What?
I didn't know that Pearl used to be a gang member. I also heard that Bruce Buffer was a gang bang member when he was in Hawaii. So like, that was weird. That I don't know if that actually is the same. But.
So this is Pearl's girls right here, and then Pearl comes out and walks out to her fight. So.
BKFC's women's 125-pound division is stacked.
Yeah,
I love that they're sponsored by KFC. You know,
like she has a group of girls, kind of makes her seem like maybe she's still a gang member. Like if she's a pimp, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Like these are her
bitches. She hasn't given it up.
And that's the other thing. I love that it was sponsored by KFC. If you like those breasts, come on down to KFC. Get a bucket of breasts for $8.99.
We got dark meat, white meat.
We have some legs.
We got legs. We got thighs.
That's what I like.
Her aunt was the girl in the Call Bad video, by the way. Her aunt was the girl in the I Want to Sex You Up video. A little fun fact about her. So, yeah.
Wait, you're talking about in the 90s?
Yeah, in the 90s, by the way.
That's awesome.
Which, by the way, Call Me Bad. That's why they hate each other now. I guess one guy's like drunk, and they had a concert about a year ago, and the guy.
Dude, I saw that. No, I saw that. It's awesome.
Yeah, so the
guy, the lead singer's like 700 pounds, like he looks like Big Pun or something. It was the greatest thing ever.
And then the guy and then he got beat up, or he like pushed the other guy. They started fighting during the concert.
That was great, man.
It was at like a school auditorium. There was like 30 people there.
I heard that one of them said that he didn't adore Mia Moore anymore, and it was just over. Then it's like, all right, dude, I can't be with a guy who doesn't adore Mia Moore.
No, I was watching the BET Awards with my kid and my wife, and there's a rapper called DaBaby. You know DaBaby? He's like
DaBaby.
So he came out with a giant baby, like a huge 7-foot black baby.
You mean Brendan Schaub?
Like an 8-foot.
Sorry, it was another tee up. I apologize. That's your territory.
It was like a 10-foot black baby wearing a diaper that was dancing in the background. And my daughter thought that was the funniest thing in the world. She's like,
I didn't even know Shaq had another kid.
But then the baby started twerking with the girls. So it was a little bit strange. That was the only odd part.
That's when you put your 7-year-old kid to bed, right? No more.
Meanwhile,
No
the best fight on that bare knuckle boxing card was Thiago Alves fought this guy Ulysses Diaz. Alves got dropped in the second round. Was done against the guy who's like a 12-1 boxer, and Alves came back and almost murdered the guy. He went from.
It was bad.
That fight was insane, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. And Alves has got balls, man. He hung in there because he was getting his ass kicked, like he really was. And then you could tell at the end of the fight, the other guy had broke mentally or physically or whatever, like he didn't want anymore. And Alves was still in there like an animal, man. Like he was, because he was getting tuned up in the first couple rounds, man. It was bad.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. That was a great fight. Yeah, Don, I feel like you'd be a great commentator on bare knuckle boxing. Like I feel like you would be like.
I do too. You should call him up and tell him that, you know?
Yeah. You know, Adam, it would seem like that. Of course, you've never had one of your fights commentated by Don Frye like I did. I was the main event, and WMA won. 20,000 fans there just to see me because there was almost no one else famous on the card. And Don Frye's my hero. And I go back to watch it. I lose to a guy that never should have beat me. And the first kick I take, he goes, man, McCorkle, he's ready to quit after one kick. I was like, wait, what? I wasn't ready to quit. And then he starts saying he's Indiana's favorite son. He told me all week how much he hates Indiana. His whole family, everybody from Indiana sucks. They're all ugly. I'll tell you what, we cracked up about how much Indiana sucks, and I started getting hate mail like immediately, like after the pay-per-view. It was crazy.
No, Don, I heard back in the day during shark fights, you and Boz Rutan would commentate, and you guys would get drunk and just talk about your own fights the whole time. Like there'd be like fights going on.
Really?
And you were like, our fights were better. Is this true?
I don't remember.
So probably. Dude, you've never seen anything like Carl Parisian high as a kite talking to a drunk Don Frye about who was better, Don's generation or Carl's generation in a bar for those fights. Dude, I was in tears for like 2 hours because Carl Parisian's insane anyway. He's like, bro, I would have done this or that. And Don's like, I shit bigger than you. You know, blah, blah, blah. We're going back and forth. I thought they were going to fight for real. It was awesome. It was amazing.
Well, they're both judo black belts. I got my money on Frye. So obviously this week there's not much going on. There's an LFA fight. One championship's got a fight. But then next week, it's just crazy that it's like all the events come in 1 week. Like 1 week it's like PFL, Bellator, and the UFC and bare knuckle. And the next week there's nothing. Like, why wouldn't you just, if you see that, why wouldn't you be like, all right, let's get the next week when there's nothing going on? We have no competition. There's also two great boxing matches.
You would think if you weren't going to market a fight like Bellator, don't market it on a week where there's no other fights. So
yeah, right. It's just crazy. By the way, did you watch that the boxing match that went on though? The guy Tank something, the amazing boxer guy.
Gervonta something.
Yeah, Gervonta Tank. It was so he had a fight, and then he was Mayweather's guy, and Mayweather came into the ring during the fight. It says, "Just so you know, unofficially, you're down, you're losing." And
that was awesome.
Then Tank came back and then knocked him out.
Yeah, because Tank got mad about it, and Floyd Mayweather said, "You want me to lie to you? You want me to tell you the truth? The unofficial scorecard says you're losing, so you might want to turn it up. Like that's what you don't need yes men in your corner, you know."
He also came out with a rapper.
Right.
Well, if I came out with a rapper for my shows, or if anyone had if Jiffy Lube, the guy comes out with a rapper and just starts walking to your car, wouldn't that be kind of?
I don't think it'd be so cool for you in particular. I think they'd be like, "Wow, Adam's trying really hard." I don't know. I don't think
coming from a guy that brought his own drum set to the fucking comedy stage. All right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because that had never been done before. That's right.
It was hilarious. But your jokes are so funny. I feel like that took away a little bit, to be honest.
You remember, Adam? We were talking. I think it was last week. We were talking about how they hit. Old boy had a mariachi band with him, to walk him to the ring. I was going to tell you. I had a lawyer that worked for me back when I was rich. I had a business in Mexico also, and I hired a lawyer down there who was also apparently a federal judge. But he had to get out of. He used to represent narcotics traffickers, and he said he got out of it because once you know so much, they go ahead and kill you. But he said when he was 25 years old, he just got his legal degree. He got a big coke dealer off on a deal down there where they bribed somebody. The guy gave him $200,000, and he said it was gone in a week. And I was like, "What? Who took your money? What, were you married to my ex-wife?" No. He said $200,000. He said he hired a mariachi band to follow him everywhere he went, just walking down the street, playing theme music for him. And then he would go in a bar and they would play theme music. He just had his own theme music. He's for a week straight, which sounds like a really expensive mariachi band. But
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, that accounts for $700.
Right. Yeah. So
millions.
When I originally was hiring the guy, he was a little shady because I told him, I said, "Do you I was shipping electronics and appliances to Mexico. It's hard to explain used ones, but I said, "You're not going to have coke coming back on my trailers, are you?" I was a little bit nervous. He goes, "Do you want some?" And I was like, No, I'm just making sure that there's nothing shady going on. I don't want to get in trouble. And at the end of me making my deal, how much I was going to pay him and hire him full time, he goes, I hope you can trust me, my friend, to do the right thing. And I said, at this point, Andres, if I can't trust a Mexican lawyer, who can I trust?
Dude,
and he didn't pick up the.
Dude, when I used to work on those cruise ships, I worked with this woman, this female comic, who I'm not going to say her name, very famous black female comic that doesn't walk very well.
Funny, you'll say her color, but not her name. It's almost like that's all.
So she's like, like, hey, when you're in Mexico, could you pick me up? And gave me like a list of like illegal drugs, but like painkillers and stuff. So I was like, yeah, all right, try to be a nice guy. Then I'm like, if I get busted coming back on the ship with this, she's not gonna fucking like I'm done.
Right.
I'm an idiot. So now I'm like hiding pills in my.
I don't know you.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So I like did it for her, but I'm like, I'm such a fucking idiot, you know.
I paid a Mexican to go get me painkillers in Mexico one time.
So now every time you come in the country, they're gonna give you the old anal swab.
Right. They call it the Brendan Schwab.
Oh, there it is. That's 3 today. That's 3 good ones so far.
Adam, I paid a guy in Mexico. I was in El Paso, Texas one time. You remember how bad my back was? And I paid a Mexican dude to go across Mexico and bring me back any kind of painkillers. I gave him $1,500. He came back with $1,470 and 10 Tylenol with codeine. And I told him, I said, dude, that doesn't really help me. He goes, no, but it's good price, my friend. He just kept saying, good price, my friend. I was like, dude, that's cool, but I can't walk. So, yeah.
Dude, I was at a strip club in El Paso.
So he took your money, slapped you, and took your $1,400.
I was at a strip club.
Hey, by the way, I thought we agreed you would never tell anybody about that story.
Dude, I was at a strip club in El Paso, and the girl was like, hey, you could fuck me in the ass for $200, right? And then she was like, I got a lap dance, and I was like, all right,
and that's how you know it's a dude.
So I was like, how about 20?
Yeah.
She was, how about 20? She's like, deal, right? But I like.
That's how you definitely know it's a dude.
I was like, you know what? No. So I just hung out with her all weekend. She came to the shows, and we became friends. And that's the rest of the story.
I'm sure that's how it ended.
That's all there was to it. Exactly. The $20 anal whore came to my shows, and that was it. Nothing else happened after that.
Did I tell you? Oh, I forgot. I don't know if I told you guys. I tell you guys about me seeing Brendan Schaub stuck on the side of the road?
No.
Did I tell you that already? Or remind me of that story? Yeah. I was like going. My car broke down, and there was a cow with his horn stuck in this fence, right? And so, like I hadn't had sex for a long time. This is years ago, and so I looked around. I seemed to be alone. I was like, well, why not? So I started giving it to this cow, right? And Brendan Schaub pulls over to help me, asked me if I need my car jumped or anything. I said, oh, just give me a minute. He goes, hey, man, you've been doing that a long time. It's my turn. And I was like, okay, man. So he walked over and freed the cow's horns from the fence and bent over. So.
Oh, my God.
Now, Don Frye. Don, you look like you're in great shape. You were working out? What's going on?
Always in great shape. What the hell? What are you saying?
I'm saying that like a year ago, you didn't look like you were this put together, this fit.
But you have to admit, Adam, this is the first time we've seen him actually sitting up.
But I've seen pictures. I saw pictures.
Normally when we get him, it's him laying down like this.
Enough about his OnlyFans.
I'm saying you look like you've been training. Have you been training?
I'm training for everything, man. I'm training for my fight at for the heavyweight interim title belt. Yes.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. I'll buy that pay-per-view right now.
All right. So
Don's going down to get stem cells. Did you hear about Don going to get stem cells down there in South America? I'm going to try to tag along maybe and do it too. He's going to make his comeback, man.
Yeah,
really?
Colombia. Yeah.
You didn't hear that? Yeah.
BioXL. Yeah. And going to go down to Colombia and do the stem cell treatment. And then we're talking about my comeback. Then I'll be there. I'll be right there.
Sounds like the Expendables 5 or something. The fucking wait, you're going to Colombia to get? Are you going by yourself?
No, there's a group of guys gonna go down there. So
Dan Severn.
He's got to pick him up.
How do you know?
Don, don't you have to pick up that group of guys in Maui first, I heard, and then you're going to Colombia from there?
Okay. Guys, quit insulting Maui. I'm about to go there. I love this. And I've been there, like, this is like probably my 5th time going to Maui. It's my favorite of all the Hawaiian Islands. And it's really beautiful and fantastic. Really?
Maui. I got married on Maui. I'll never.
Oh, well,
go there
that's
again.
why. Yeah, I haven't gone there and made any
Never.
life-changing mistakes. So for me, it's still a pleasant
Yes.
place.
Dude, I actually, me and my wife conceived our baby in Maui. So,
Oh, wow.
Are you sure?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Greg, when you go there, you know Chico. Chico's one of the guys. You know Chico. Chico's.
You mean Chino?
Yeah, Chino. Yeah, Chino.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chino booked.
Cross-dresser.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a gig arranged. That's Chino set it up at the Playground,
Okay.
which, you know, might be owned by the baby.
And then I have another guy too that also books a bunch of gigs in Maui. So
Well, I'm on vacay. I'm not really looking to do a bunch of gigs. I'm going to do one gig, and then I'm also going to teach a workshop, and that's all I'm looking to do. The rest of the time, we're just chilling, going to the beach, just relaxing, drinking our faces off. That's the plan, man.
You need
I
to
just
hook up
wanna
with
chill.
Kendall Grove while you're there, man. He's an awesome dude. I don't know if you know who Kendall Grove is, Greg, but he is an awesome dude, man. I love that dude. He's a former UFC fighter, and he lives, I think, in Maui.
Yeah.
Probably brings
good
people out
guy.
to your show.
Well, hopefully he comes out to
Kendall's
my
a
show.
good guy.
That'd be awesome. I would love it if he came out to the show. That'd be great.
And Sean, how's your farm doing?
I just had a guy fixing my tractor, so that's a little bit better. But nah, man, I don't know. I have this thing. I put a motion sensor. I'm trying to get the security gate put in so I can look like I'm rich, right? Like have a big iron gate that opens. But it sucks like putting a chain up every night because I had that meth head come on my property. So last night, the alarm keeps going off saying there's motion in my front yard, which is like 8 acres. But so somebody has crossed my fence line, basically. You know what I mean? Like moving around out there. So I go out onto my second-story balcony with my AR-15 and a laser sight, and I'm like shining around the yard looking for anybody to shoot or shoot at, and I don't see anything. Then I almost shot my dog, my $10,000 dog, because I heard a commotion to my left, and I thought it was somebody trying to break in my house. You'd have to see the setup. But I turned ready to shoot it, and then it was my dog out that wasn't barking. So I was thinking that would have been a terrible waste of money and bullet.
Yeah, you know, when you live on that much acreage, things moving around at night kind of comes with the property.
Yeah, I think it was a deer, as it turns out. Because it woke me up this morning at 6 a.m. There was a deer on my driveway.
What do you think? It's a hippie just
By the way,
wandering around on it? No, it's fucking animals, man.
Sean, how far are you from Indiana?
How far am I from Indiana?
Yeah.
I live in Indiana.
Okay, I got a show July 17th at a theater in Indiana. So,
In Indianapolis or Indiana? What are you talking
in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I'm only 45 minutes from Indy. So.
Oh, nice. So I'll see you there.
So you what, July 15th?
July 17th. It's a Saturday.
17th? I actually have a wedding. Are you doing it the day before or not? July 17th is my birthday, and I have to be at a wedding for my girlfriend's. She's a maid of honor.
Well, I get in the night before, so maybe we'll just meet up.
Yeah, we'll have to do that because what theater?
I don't even know.
The Gay Men's Chorus of Indiana.
I was going to say, is it the Unicorn? Because there's a gay strip club here called the Unicorn that would probably
Dude, you know how like on Instagram you can tag any place you've been to? So for a while, anytime I had a picture, I put San Diego Gay Men's Choir as like the
How are we not canceled? Jesus Christ.
All right, Don, what do you got coming up?
Oh, just hitting the podcast some more. We got some good guests coming on. My back. I'm dying.
Did Don say he's hitting the vodka some more?
His podcast.
Oh, I thought you said the vodka.
All right.
Now my phone's dying.
All right, and where can people find this podcast on?
Dan and Don's Toxic Masculinity. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
All right, and then what do you have coming up, Sean?
Same old shit as always. I got another $10,000 dog coming in a couple of weeks. I noticed we skipped over Don's appearance on JRE. I thought we'd talk about that at some point, but I guess it's maybe for next week. I don't know. Did you watch Don on Rogan's podcast?
We talked about it to start the show.
Oh, I wasn't there. Okay, yeah, it was. I found it interesting that Don didn't try to weasel his way into a stand-up comedy career by being on there like Brendan Schaub. But all he had to do was say he was going to fight again, and then he would have a career in stand-up.
Greg, what do you got?
Well, I tried repeating everything Joe Rogan said,
right?
But that had already been done.
Yeah. That's the ticket.
Greg, what do you have?
Well, July 5th at the Playground there in Maui. And then July 9 and 10, I'm going to come home and then go right out to Tucson and do the Laughs Comedy Cafe in Tucson. And then July 19th through 25th, I will be at the Strat in Las Vegas at the LA Comedy Club. So that's and then July 30th, 29th through 31st, I'll be at the Golden Nugget in Carson City, Nevada.
Nice. I'm at the Chicken Spot Comedy Show in July 2nd.
Are you getting paid in wings? Yeah, is that what's happening?
July 3rd, I have a show in Hawthorne on Crenshaw Boulevard. I don't know the name of the place, but it's in Crenshaw.
I feel like it's another wing place.
Oh shit! I got my hair cut once there in Compton. They didn't like me.
I'm at it gets you a white power fucking
right.
your head. I have I'm at the Strat in at the LA Comedy Club, July 5th to the 9th. Shamrock's Bar in Murrieta, July 13th. I'm at Plan B in Thousand Palms, July 15th. Plan B Bar and Grill. Indianapolis, July 17th. And then Reno, Laugh Factory in Reno, July 22nd to the 25th.
So Indianapolis is just one night? Just one day?
One night.
Damn it,
one night. And then the Laugh Factory in Reno, July 22nd to the 25th. And then the Laugh Lines in Colorado Springs, July 30th, 31st. Yes, hopefully I'll see you guys. You guys are the best. You make my whole week better. Thank you guys. Take care.
See you guys.
See you guys.